crawl, 4.609. And for Corey McLennan, that puts him in the number 2 spot. And for Shelly Anderson, who had run 5:02.5 last week, this run is a 5:02.8. And consistency doesn't do you much good if you're not in the quick 16. She remains qualified number 19 with one more shot. And I can tell you how disappointed that would be for Shelly to be alongside the second quickest run of the weekend. It gives her, I mean, she wants to be along in pursuit of much higher goals. That's right out front, her husband John Smith doing the driving. The car was qualified with Rhonda at the wheel, and she was scheduled to drive it from home, and heard some very exciting news on Tuesday night. So John will have one opportunity to qualify. And our congratulations, Rhonda, to you and to John, and good luck as you start your own family. And we'll get to call Virgil Granddad. And the driver in the Pepsi-Cola lane. Over here in the Winston lane is the Beaumont Hard Special of Earl Gwynn and Mike Dunn. Is number 1 in qualifying. There are lots of pieces bouncing around at the top end of the racetrack. First of all, the number is 456, Mike Dunn, with a major explosion. Look at the engine and the disappointment for Mike as he climbs out of the car. The supercharger is gone from the top of the engine. We lost view of it from our vantage point. 4.567 for Gary Selzy. The national record is 4. All right, now let's take a look at the replay. You look at the quickest run in the history of Gainesville Raceway. Gary Selzy on the far side, and Mike Dunn. We'll see how Mike Dunn stays with him early in the run, and then watch the Mopar Special come apart. Gary Selzy on an 8:34 launch, the quickest we've seen. Mike Dunn, the cylinders mix up a little, and kaboom, the engine goes. That is a huge engine explosion. And look at the rotors of the supercharger just bouncing along beside Mike Dunn. All the sparks. This is quite a ride for Mike Dunn, who stays in the cockpit. He is one of the 2 or 3 drivers who his peers always talk about as one of the best in the business. Stays cool under pressure. He's fortunate here that all the ballistic equipment around the engine prevented any pieces from getting into the Goodyear tires. So the car is okay, Mike's out of the car and he's okay, but what was 6,000 horsepower between the frame rails is now smoldering a little rock on the front of the engine. And I mean, they had a rocket down the curve, finally got it off, and he was trying to shoot off the special on the left-hand side. He runs 471, moves up to the number 8 spot. 300. Problems a little too aggressive on this racetrack. Sarver with a very quick 8:51, then smoked the tires. Kristen was even quicker at 8:41, and then smoked the tires a little bit further down track. We need both of the Federal Mogul categories, the Federal Mogul Funny Cars and the Federal Mogul Dragsters. Interesting, the people who end up on these various teams. That is
that's a good picture. Got the reflection off your glasses of the track, so you can even see me taking
radio headset to Kristen Powell.
Too bad you can't smell the smoke and everything on the video. Make it more.
One who has the natural instincts to be one of them can say that. He's also in Houston, Texas. He went on the Space Shuttle Simulator. He was in Cape Canaveral not too long ago to witness the launch of the Space Shuttle. And the folks from NASA said, well, why don't you come to Houston and we'll give you the ride of your life. I guess anyhow we're described, well, let's see, we've got a problem here, and Steve Smith is being backed off the starting line, so he'll have a hope. The total on the 8-2 with a pretty hard job. And now we go, we're trying to run 471. 7 miles an hour. That moves him around Colette and David Grubnick and up into the number 8 spot. And that could be worth lane choice if qualifying were frozen at this time. Then Eddie Hill is number 8. Steve Smith remains number 15. Mike Dunn is on the bump at a 4.813. Steve Smith 480. Kristen Powell is 14th at 478. Bob Vandergriff at 477. Joe Amato is number 12. The wheels are up in the air and still up in the air. Goes by the camera. Now look, the front left wheel is entirely gone. He's helpless. He's got a big handful of brake there, and a gorgeous top fuel car is now virtually destroyed, at least from the cockpit forward. You can see that big kink in the chassis right in front of the sponsor's name. And the good news is that Paul Romine did stand up by himself and climb out of the car.